We welcome Attie Jonker, Master Craftsman. Attie Jonker grew up in South Africa and started his career as a safari lodge builder in Botswana before meeting his Texas wife of now 24 years. After moving stateside in 2002, he dabbled in construction until settling on building tree houses and playscapes. In 2010, Attie started an urban sawmill and custom furniture company, and now specializes in designing creative outdoor structures, notably at the DoSeum, Zoo School, and Trinity University's Presbyterian Children's Center. Welcome, Attie.
Thank you, thank you. All right, this is fun. Thank you all to everybody that organized this event. It's truly a blessing to be here, and I'm honored that I'm featured here. I just wanted to say, life never quite turns out the way you imagine it would. And it's full of peaks and valleys and twists and turns that'll never quite come out the way you think, and it surprises you in ways that can't be explained. You kind of have to live through it. And so therefore, I'll start my little spiel. My adventure began when I was 17 years old, back in 1995. No high school diploma, barely able to speak any English. I had no plan at all, just a lot of passion and a prayer. My brother got me my first job as a maintenance guy at the famous lodge called Mambo. It's in the Okavango Delta. The job wasn't like glorious at all, but I was just happy to be there. There was so much to learn, including not getting bitten, mauled, eaten, or gored by the local wildlife. What I learned was just don't die. Back then, Mambo was a simple African safari camp known for its incredible wildlife, not the 5-star destination that it is today. Starting out as a young man in the African bush, it was a dream come true, a terrifying experience for a young man that just immigrated from South Africa to Botswana. And it took some adjusting, and I soon found my rhythm. And more importantly, I discovered my passion for creating structures in the outdoors. No one gets anywhere alone. We all need people that encourage us, believe in us, and help us to believe in ourselves. I was lucky to have a great mentor, Gavin, a master craftsman from New Zealand. We worked hard every day and celebrated even harder. 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, and 3 months at a time, often facing impossible odds and deadlines. Our projects were in remote places, hundreds of miles from civilization, with brutal logistics to manage. Simple things like feeding your crew or planning a material run is just one of those things that didn't come easy. In just 3 short years, I went from not knowing how to swing a hammer to doing entire projects on my own. Taking the path less traveled, guaranteed adventure. You learn to embrace the struggle because adversity isn't an option, it's part of the deal. When I met my beautiful wife in literal paradise, I had no idea of the adventure that awaited me. From the moment I saw her, I knew my life would never be the same. And that was an understatement. My life was over as I knew it. In all of the best ways, of course. A few years dealing with the immigration process was just enough time for my lady to teach me some culture. Our journey began here in 2002, right here in San Antonio, Texas. I couldn't have asked for a better place to land. San Antonio embraced me with open arms, even though I still haven't quite acquired the taste for refried beans or chicken fried steak. It was my wife who first introduced me to the idea of building tree houses. I admit I wasn't excited about it at first. I was more interested in building decks and remodeling homes than messing around with tree houses. What started out in my garage with little money and fewer resources quickly grew into something worth waking up for every day. I began building for friends and family at first, and to my surprise, it took off. This small idea has taken me on a wild ride, full of twists and turns and peaks and valleys, with opportunities I could never have imagined. From my little 2,500 square foot space with one helper, and in my shop, we would create all sorts of custom projects. I came obsessed with creating something new every day, never creating the same thing twice. I was determined to build a sustainable business with this motto. I couldn't have chosen a more challenging path. I knew little to nothing about running a business. From creating operating systems to managing payroll with insurance or navigating taxes, it was all new to me. All I knew was how to keep grinding onwards as I learned as I went. I learned that you can't be the end-all and be-all in a business. Building a good team is the only way to find peace and success. I could never have arrived where I am today without the good people that chose to jump on board. When you create something that brings joy to children, it fills your soul in ways few jobs can. I was hooked, addicted to little gigs and smiles. Watching kids enjoy something that you've built is truly satisfying. They say that when you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life, and I have learned that that is true. Of course, building treehouses isn't all fun and games. It's physically demanding, mentally challenging. Even at the best of days, there's tight budgets, big expectations, strict safety standards to navigate. When you create something that's out of a box, it can be tough to get the controlling levers of power on board. When you create, I call them the creative terminators. The structural engineers and the inspectors always think that they know better than you. You have to stay calm, adapt, and keep the vision alive. After 3 decades growth and evolution, I've learned that turning your talent and passion into a business is possible. It takes creative dedication and a willingness to struggle beyond what you think you can handle. It also blesses you in deep joy and fulfillment. Never be afraid to expand your capacity. Fear is your greatest enemy. It will discourage you, disable you, and turn you into an incapacitated wreck. It takes great courage to continue to dig deeper against all odds and to find alternative avenues forward. My greatest adventure started when I met my wife 26 years ago. Together, we've built something worth waking up for every single day. So I encourage you, don't wait to start your adventure. There will never be a right time, nor enough money. There's no better time than the present. Thank you.
Incredibly inspiring structures there.
Oh, thank you.
Attie, how can people become more brave?
By just facing their fear, just go for it. That's the best way to be brave. Don't think about it.
What is hard for you?
To stay focused. It's hard to stay focused on the things that you don't like to do or the things that are just monotonous. So that's the hardest thing for me.
Well, I think you're doing a really good job of it. And
Thank you.
I'm definitely feeling tonight that everything everybody does is harder than writing poems. So thank you so much, Attie. That was beautiful. Thank you.